أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي ربنا زدنا علما آمين يا رب العالمين. In the last lecture we learned about the four types of commands, or there are the four word forms that we learned about the Amr. For Failure, we use four types of wordings or word forms in which a failure or a command can be given. That is failure the very traditional way of giving a command. Then we learn about al-mudar al-makroon bilam al-amr. We learn about ism fail amr, and the last one was al-masdar al-naib and fail al-amr. So these were the four word forms that we learned about fail al-amr, or about the command. But there are some additional meanings other than the amr when these four word forms that shows us that they are command, but they have other meanings other than the command. So from these four wordings or tools, we can say there can be other meanings that could be derived from it other than the amr. So inshallah, let's learn. As mentioned, there are four types in which a command can be done. The meanings we derive from the above statements are all commands that we learned in the last few lectures. We can say that this meaning of command is seen as the foundation for these four wordings. But however, sometimes there are other meanings other than the command that can be derived from these same forms. So let's see what are they. The first one is a dua. A dua. So, adwa, these four wordings can be used, however, the intent is not a command. The four types of wordings that we learned, like fail ism fail al masdar naib, and fail all these four wordings can be used, however, the intent is not a command. Right? It's not a command, rather, the intent is a dua. Like, see the example here. قال ربي أوزيني أن أشكر نعمتك. قال ربي أوزيني. So here, um, the translation is, my Lord, grant me the power and ability that I may be grateful for your favor. Surah Ahqaf, ayah number 15. So when we supplicate to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, can we command Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? No. Is it befitting? Of course not. How can someone lower like us try to command Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? It's impossible. So therefore, what is the intent of that wording which is in the command form? The intent is a dua. Look at this. قال ربي أوزيني أن أشكر نعمتك. So here, where's the command? It's أوزيني. أوزي. Here. This is the command. So here, the wording is, you can say the wording shows us that it's a command, but we know that the intent is a dua. So the intent is a dua. Look at the Arabic sentence here. There is the command, and the word here is used as ozaini, which is in the form of command, but the intent is a dua. So the corresponding meaning is grant me the power and ability. It's a command form, but the intent is the dua. Therefore, we say it's a dua and not a command. Let's look at the other example. Likewise, this here's Rabbi Firli. Rabbi Firli. Here, Ighfir. Again, we know that it is a construction of the command, and we know that this is the command, but the intent is, of course, because we are asking from Rabb, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, اغفر لي. So here the intent is not the command, but rather it's a dua. In the same way, wa'fu anna waghfir lana warhamna from Surah Baqarah, again we see that waghfir, ighfir, and like this, irham, and they are in the shape of the command. The wordings are the command, but of course the intent is the dua because we are asking from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala His rahim and His forgiveness. Alhamdulillah. So here, the wordings that are used are in the form of the command, but the intent here is a dua. The next intent of these command wordings is al-iltimas. Al-iltimas, when you are addressing someone on your level. You can see here, um, basically, it is like when you are addressing someone who is on the same level as you. Command is something we know that which is from someone higher than you, like a father to his son, and like Allah Subhanahu wa Taala commands His creation from higher to lower. Uh, that is a command, actual command. But from then there is dua, that is from the lower to the higher, just like we learned here. قال ربي أوزعني أن أشكر نعمتك and ربي اغفر لي واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا. So here all these are duas from someone lower is asking someone higher. But iltimas is when someone is on your level. Now, iltimas is when the two people are on the same level, either due to the age or status or just the knowledge they seek. So that's they seek al iltimas. So let's see here, like you say to your cousin or friend or classmate or someone of your level, um, you can say iza kulta li zamilika, like when we are saying atini al kitab, like this. um, we know that the atini is al-amr, but can we say it's in itself? No, we can't say it's a command. Rather, it's iltimas. Why? Because you are speaking someone who is on your level. So whenever you speak to someone who is on your level and you are using a command form, it's actually it's al-iltimas. And also the context is given here to make the concept clear. Zakulta li zamilik. So here and to make sure that the two people are on the same level. The next example is Izakulta li sahibika. Ifas maq'adi. Ifas maq'adi. So when we say to our friend, Ifas maq'adi, save my seat. So here again, you can see it is in the form, the wording is command, but actually it is not a command, but rather it's al-iltimas. So these are the two intents that we learned so far about a command. First one is the dua, and then there is al-iltimas. So command, someone is higher than other. You can say X is greater than Y. A dua, when someone is lower than the other, then you can say X is uh, lesser than or it's lower than Y. And then al-iltimas when X is equals to Y. So here, these are the the three things: command, dua, al-iltimas. Then we have at-tamanni. At-tamanni, the wishful thinking of something that will never occur. When you hope or desire something, however, that thing can never occur. Like for example, ud ilayya ya zamanat tufula. Ud ilayya ya zamanat tufula. So here you can see the command wording ud. Return to me, O my childhood days. Return to me, O my childhood days. Is it possible for our childhood days to return back to us as we get older? It's impossible, right? But a person wishes for that to happen. So therefore, ud, ud. Return, although it's used in a command form, the intent or the purpose, you can say, of that command form is not for not a command, nor is it a dua, nor is it is al iltimas. Rather, it's something at the money, the wishful thinking. Again, you can see another example. Ya naku siri anakan sa'i fasiha ila Sulaymana panastariha. O camel, travel far and wide to Suleiman so that we can rest. So, does the camel understand his statement? No, a man is asking his camel. So, because the camel does not understand, so this is not a dua or command, but rather it's at the money, wishful thinking of something that will never occur. What is included within at the money is anything that is impossible to occur, or if the thing you are talking to cannot understand. It doesn't say it does not understand, but it cannot understand. Like in the example, it's the camel that cannot understand what you are saying. So here, at the money is the wishful thinking of something that can never happen. Then the next intent is a tahdid, a warning. When you use the wordings of command, but the intent that you can get or the purpose behind that command form is to warn someone, um, is called a tahdid. Like in the example, "I'malu ma shaitum." "I'malu ma shaitum." Do as you wish. Surah Fussilat, ayah number 40. This is again a command form, but the intent is not a command. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants uh, them to do whatever they wish. Rather, the intent is a warning. It is a warning, meaning if you do whatever you wish, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling uh, that there are gonna be consequences. If you choose to disbelieve, you're gonna be punished. You're going to be punished. So if you choose to believe, you are going to get rewarded. So do as you wish. It's a warning. At-tahdid. Again, there is another example. Idribni. Idribni. Hit me. So if you are in a like in a fight or in a competition with a person, um, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala save us. But let's say that you are in a situation and you know that a person's really getting on your nerves, and you say to that person, "Idribni." But is it what you intended that to actually hit you? No, that is certainly not the intent here. In those circumstances, rather the intent is a warning. If you hit me, then be cautious, be aware that I'm going to do the same, or I will hurt you back. That's the intent. That's a severe warning. So a tahdid here, like that. وَمَنْ شَاءَ فَلْيَكْفُرْ. And whoever wishes, then let him disbelieve. Surah Kahf, ayah number 29. If they choose to disbelieve, then there will be consequences. Again, it's a warning from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Fal yakfur. Here you can see lamalam with this command form, but you know that the intent here is at-tahdid, that's a warning. This is the beauty of Balaghah. Alhamdulillah, that you are learning that how this construction of Al-Amr is giving so many intents. Um, like we are, this is so amazing. Alhamdulillah. So let's see now the next one. At-tajiz. At-tajiz. It's not talabul fail, not seeking any action here, impossible or too difficult for someone to do something. At-tajiz. This is again another intent rather than the command. So here you can see the example. Ya mashal jinni wal insi in istata'tum an tanfuzu min aqtaris samawati wal ardi fanfuzu. Fanfuzu. O assembly of jinn and men, if you have power to pass beyond the zones of the heavens and the earth, then pass beyond them. Surah Rahman, Ayah 33. Is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala seeking for mankind or jinn to actually pass beyond this zone of the heavens and the earth? No, right? Right? Rather, it's something impossible to do. It's something that is a tajiz. A tajiz. It's impossible to or too difficult for someone to do. So it's quite impossible. How can mankind do that? The intent of this command is to show or to tell the humankind or the jinn that they are not able to do that. Indeed, this action is impossible. So it's a tajiz. The wordings are in the form of command, but the intent is a tajiz, impossible or to do, too difficult to do something. Here is another example. وإن كنتم في ريب مما نزلنا على عبدنا فاتوا بسورة من مثله. Again here, فاتوا. You can see, and if you, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is addressing the Arab pagans, the Jews, and the Christians, that if you are in doubt concerning that which we have sent down, that is the Quran, to our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, then produce a surah.